antique dealer, William Berg, wasn't a chile relleno fan until he tasted the ones at his pick. He's now a regular at this tucked-away spot with its perfectly executed family recipes. It's on Mount Diablo Street in Concord, and it's called Memo's Mexican Cuisine.
My name is Adelio, and here in Memo's, I'm very proud to say we are father and daughter team, and we offered unique Mexican food. We've been in business for 7 years now. When we first opened, we invited my wife, great-grandmother from Mexico. She came from Zacatecas State with a box full of recipes. She showed my daughter all the desserts, and she showed me the in and out of Mexican food and how to create new recipes.
My name is Ivelina Turi, and I work here with my father. He does most of the major cooking. I help him in the little stuff, and my specialty here is desserts. I do all the desserts. We're known for vegetarians and vegan. There's no lards here. We only use either extra virgin olive oil, grapeseed oil, corn oil. And you know what? It's actually much lighter and more flavor when it's vegetarians or vegan. My dad, he's very careful when it comes to food. He loves perfection, and he loves everything to be perfect. And that's why we don't serve anything we don't make. Everything has to be made in our kitchen.
Okay, William, so what is it about Memo's that made you a chile relleno fan?
Actually, it's funny. I almost never ordered it anywhere else because I always thought associated rellenos was something a little bit heavy, a little bit deep fried.
Right.
But actually, a friend told me about it. A friend that brought us to the restaurant for the first time said, "You got to try the rellenos," and I did. And just the lightly battered rellenos with 3 cheeses inside and a sauce that I almost can't describe. And I'm a former chef, or maybe I'm still a chef, but
right.
I guess once a chef, always a chef. They're just light and delicious, and I tell everybody about them, which is why I decided to choose Memo's.
And is that the only thing that you get when you go there? Are you a diehard chile relleno fan? Are you?
I am now. When I go there, which is probably unfair to other restaurants because I haven't tried too many. But the Mexican wedding chicken is quite good too. It's made with a roasted pumpkin seed, and it's
you
got
like
a touch of cream, not too much, which you don't often expect in Mexican cuisine. But and presented almost in an Indian style on a boat alongside rice and beans. You know, kind of simple but fresh and delicious, and it felt homemade. It felt like it came from somebody's heart and from an old tradition.
Right, and that's you're shaking your head, Fabian, like that's what I had, right?
It was lovely, and it had such a great taste to it, and I didn't think I was going to like it because of the pumpkin seed taste, and but I actually found out it was great, and then I was even shocked that I liked the refried beans because I hate refried beans, and they were actually great. They were wonderful, just the taste and the texture. So I was very happy with that meal. And you have to try the tilapia.
Okay.
My mother ordered the tilapia, and it was nicely fried, a little like cornmeal, and it was so tender.
That's the advantage of bringing a crew with you, so you can taste more than one thing. Exactly.
Yeah, we kind of went crazy on it.
And prices are reasonable.
Very reasonable,
so
I thought.
You can taste that.
So I thought the prices were reasonable as well. I was pleasantly surprised. You know, I've lived in the Bay Area my life, and there's lots of Mexican restaurants. This is Mexican with a twist.
I thought so.
There's a little bit of Indian influence, I think a little bit of Moroccan influence. I'm gonna have to say though, you know, I went with a small group, and we went late at night, and at first he wasn't gonna let us in because we were a little late. A little annoyed, but I pressed the issue, and
did you tell him you were a doctor?
You know, I didn't quite. I didn't bring that up, but maybe
it's
I should have.
It's a small crew they have there, yeah.
But I tried to rely on my charm instead.
Not a problem.
But he did let us in, and I'll tell you, once he started talking about the food, his eyes lit up. Yeah. I knew then that we were going to get something special.
Good.
You talked about the chicken dish with the pumpkin seeds. It's a wonderful, wonderful mixture of flavors and textures.
I agree.
Did he tell you about how long it takes to make that? It was like 3 days. It said they usually only made it for royalty or special visits or weddings because it takes so long to process the food.
And you could,
hence the name.
It's evident, exactly, the wedding chicken, exactly. And the same thing with the rellenos. I mean, I have to admit, it's been a few times we've gotten there and they've sold out. So I've had the tendency lately to call and say, "It's William, I'm coming to hold a couple rellenos." But, you know, it's like anything. You want to try other things on the menu as well, too. And I'll try the tilapia next time I go.
Yeah, it was really
But these are family recipes.
Yes,
from Memo.
apparently.
This really is.
Well, it's a father granddaughter, and she
Fabian.
wears a big floppy chef's hat,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
she's quite the
I
character.
almost
Very
thought she was
charming.
Italian at first. I was like, wow.
And in the summer, they have a mascot, Yeller, an old white. They have a lab that lives outside, and there's a big sign that says, "My name is Yeller," and you're welcome to join us at Memo's. And the reason I thought we chose Memo's too, and we actually drive across the bridge from Benicia to go to it, is the fact that it's one half block off the main square.
And the thing that's wonderful is it's in walking distance from BART. So we took the BART from the peninsula.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's great.
Had a great time on BART.
Right.
One of my friends had the shrimp.
Okay.
Another had the chile relleno.
Did you get to take a bite? Did you reach over and grab a bite?
There is no way that you could have kept me off of those people's plates.
Well, that's what levels the playing field.
Yeah, that's
exactly.
I like you, Marie. You're my kind of girl.
Remind me not to go out to dinner with her.
Right.
I like my dinner,
So the food had a lot of heart. The other thing that I wanted to mention is that one of the persons that went with us was vegan. The fact that they didn't make anything with lard. At the soup, we had soup with no chicken stock. He used vegetable stock for the soup.
Oh, that's important for people to know.
It's not something you would expect.
No.
And they also don't advertise it, but they make it available, which
Absolutely.
I think is great.
We had lots of appetizers. We had the nopales salad. Again, there was a lot of choices for our friend who was vegan. I was a little worried, but she had a good time and thought the food was great.
And did you have any desserts or any?
We had the chocolate cake. My mother loved it. Yeah,
That's right.
Great.
Well, it's your
great.
restaurant, William, actually. So wrap up Memos for us.
Great little Mexican restaurant with original family recipes that you wouldn't know to look for, but it's worth it.
All right. And Fabian?
A great place to go, fresh food, and just enjoy yourself.
Marie, your final thoughts on Memos?
You know, it's a family place. Great food. But just get there on time.
If you would like to try Memo's Mexican cuisine, it's on Mount Diablo Street at Pacheco in Concord. The telephone number is 925-691-6200. It's open for dinner Tuesday through Sunday with lunch Tuesday through Friday. Reservations are recommended, and the average tab per person without drinks is around $25.